Today we're going to talk about being persistent and not giving up in landscape photography. So as we scroll Instagram, Vero, look at various website galleries, it's real easy to fall in this trap of thinking successful landscape photographers head out with their camera, have a spot in mind, and they set up, get their composition, the conditions are great, they snap the shutter release, and they get their images, and then they bring them back home, they do their edits, and boom, everything is portfolio worthy. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. So one of the keys to being a successful landscape photographer is to be persistent and be patient. It isn't always the optimal conditions. You're not always able to get the composition you want while the conditions are the way you want them. So a photo I've been after is image of Blackwater Falls from the canyon base. Blackwater Falls State Park. I did a trip report on a future video from our August trip out there. And Blackwater Falls is just this nice falls, about 50, 55 feet of a drop to the waterfall. The state park has great observation decks, which really do provide for some great spots to take some pictures. But I wanted something a little different, and I wanted one from the base of the canyon. So back in August, I scouted the route down, and we made it to the canyon, pushed forward, ran into a little bit of which way do I go. On the way back out, I think I figured it out. So I made a mental note that I would try it again on a future trip. So that right there is a case of where I went out, I had this image in my mind, but I did not get it on my first trip in. But I was patient and I was persistent and returned in October to try to get this shot as well. So one of the mornings we were out there, we made our trek down into Blackwater Falls Canyon, and that's what this upcoming video is going to talk about. It's going to go through our trek down into the canyon a little bit, what conditions I saw, we'll find out whether I walked away with the image or not, and I'm also going to note some things like I'm saying be persistent and be patient. But when you find yourself in conditions where maybe they're not great, some other things to look out for so you can walk out of there with some images you can be happy with. So let's cut to that video and then we'll follow up with some wrap up. Here we go, back down Blackwater Falls Canyon. We'll see if we make it. So we made it down to the canyon base. Joe's still alive.
Still alive.
So now we're trying to get closer to the falls. Last trip here, we made it to that big rock. We're gonna try to push on through so we can get some good shots of this fall. So we'll see you at the other side.
Let's do this.
Okay, I made it down to Blackwater Falls, the base, right up here. Quite a little scramble to get here. And of course the clouds have decided to leave. So, I've seen the sun drop under something once or twice. I'm gonna get my shot set up, hope for a moment of shade, because otherwise, super bright up there. So I may have to make yet a third attempt on this shot, but made it here. So I'm gonna get set up. So I'm ready for when that shade hits, and hope I get my shot. So I made it here, I got my camera set up, and as you can see, take a look. Way too bright up in the sky right now, and the shot's just not gonna be what I want. So when we started, there were some clouds coming overhead that was gonna cover the sun and moving towards the sun direction, so I thought we'd have some extra time this morning to grab this. When I was just getting here, a little bit of shade came through and helped take some of the highlights off of that. So I'm gonna wait here for a little bit, see if I get lucky. I can't really see where the clouds are at, so I may not get a shot I want this time either. But last time I came here, I only made it to that big rock back there. Figured out where I thought a route would go through, came back for a second trip to make it through to here, and now I'm much better. I can even get up to other areas of the falls. You don't always get the shot, but it's fun to be out here, learn some things, scouted it out. So yeah, time to be patient, I guess. So I'm not really gonna get the lighting I want. As you can see, the falls are starting to get even more in sunshine. Like I said, when we started out this morning, it was cloudy, and I saw some clouds moving towards where the sun was rising, so I figured we'd have a little bit of extra time, but they cleared out pretty quick. So the lighting is not great for the shot I want, but the victory is I found my way to where I want to be. So again, that's sometimes what it is about landscape photography. Persistence, you know, keep trying. So, but the lesson learned from here, well, besides persistence, is anytime you find yourself in a location going, the lighting sucks. And I was doing that up here. I had my tripod set up, and I'm waiting for the light. But then I started looking around, and it's like, there's awesome rushing water right here. The area behind me still in shade, looks great, water flowing. So I'm starting to play a little bit here, see what else I can make happen. You know, so that's a valuable lesson. Just because you go to the spot that you really wanted to get the photograph of, if the conditions aren't perfect, look around. There's bound to be something else to make a photo of. And that's where small portraits, or that's where small scenes comes in handy. You know, I did a previous video on small scenes, and sometimes you need to remind yourself of all the tools in your photography bag and skill set. And remember, it's not always the big waterfall. Look around. So I'm going to play around here, see what I can make happen. Okay, so I played around a little bit here, played around with some of this moving water, looked for some other shots. Probably still going to hang out down here in this canyon base a little bit more, but I am going to head back to my friend who's, I don't know, 50 yards downstream from here. So I'm going to pack up my stuff. Yeah, that's the return to Blackwater Falls Canyon. Okay, so we were wrapped up here at Blackwater Falls Canyon. We are making our way back out of here. We did some small scene shots. I didn't get the shot I was truly after, but it's still a great morning out. Plenty more to explore here in Canaan Valley, Blackwater Falls. So we're just going to make our way out from here. And we made it out from Blackwater Falls Canyon. Didn't get the exact photos we wanted, but had a great time. And there'll always be another trip. So as you can see from that little video excursion down into Blackwater Canyon, I still don't have the image that I'm looking for. But I'm not going to give up. I will be going back, and I will get that shot. Because persistence and patience will always pay off in the end. And that's the lesson for today. Sometimes you have to be persistent. Don't let all the Instagram photos and website galleries you see getting shared online make it seem like that all you have to do is drive to your location, make a short hike, set up your camera, press the shutter button, and bam, there's your photo. It just isn't that way. So don't give up, be persistent, be patient, work for that shot, and watch your landscape photography improve. So if you liked today's video, be sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see future landscape photography content from me, including tips, tricks, mini gear reviews, and behind the scenes, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any landscape photography content from me in the future. And thank you for watching.